Hey guys. All right, so someone asked me if I had talked about respecting our husbands yet, and no, I hadn't. So today's video is going to be about the skill of respect found in the book The Empowered Wife, which is 6 skills for having a more intimate marriage. And if you haven't picked up the book and read it yet, I highly suggest it. It's just changed my life and my marriage completely. And so, and I thought we had an amazing marriage. We had a good marriage, but now we have a better marriage. And I'm much happier, and he's much happier. And so, I want to encourage these skills for every wife out there. And so, the skill of respect. So, I'll tell you a story. Yesterday, we went to Walmart, and I have been practicing respect, since last September, really, and then really hardcore since Advent. And yet my husband just couldn't seem to find the perfect parking spot. And so eventually I was like, oh my gosh, just find the parking spot, park there. That was not respectful, right? And so I apologize. And when you apologize, you say things like this: I am sorry for being disrespectful when I told you where to park. Now, being respectful means that we accept our husbands and we honor our husbands and we love our husbands, but mostly we keep our mouth quiet. We keep our mouth quiet. We stop trying to help our husbands. So many wives I've talked to, especially the wives that have found the skills and have started practicing the skills, realize that they have mothered their husbands unintentionally and have actually kept them from becoming the men they are meant to be, because we were kind of afraid they were going to screw things up. So we took over the finances, or we decided that we were going to handle scheduling all the things, or oh my goodness, maybe we told them what to wear or not. Like, are you going to wear that? And all of that is incredibly disrespectful, because again, well, first of all, our husbands deserve our respect, but also that's our job, is to respect our husbands. And we didn't pick bad men, ladies. We didn't walk down the aisle with a shotgun at our back, right? We picked these men, and there's a reason why we picked these men. And so in the future, I do want to talk about more specifically about exercises we can do, 10 different ways that we disrespect our husband. Those are videos that are coming, but I love keeping these videos short. And so today I just want to I want you to think about this idea of helping our husbands, right? Even to the point of if they lose their keys and you jumping up and trying to help them, that's actually disrespectful in a way, because you're kind of assuming that you're smarter than him, or maybe you know more than him, and that's just not our job. And it's really actually quite freeing when we realize that our husbands can ask for help if they need help, but ultimately, most of the time, they can figure things out. More and more, our husbands are figuring things out, ladies, and the more we let them, and we let them fail even, there's a thought, right? How respectful is it to let our husbands fail, to not try to rescue them? And I think most of us in the back of our heads think maybe we're somehow smarter than our husbands. And if that thought has crept in, it's a total sin of Eve, right? There's a lot of sins of Eve in the reverse of the skills. So what we want to do is stay on our paper, which means what was my duty? What is my state in life? What is my duty? And if it doesn't involve, his keys are kind of on his paper, right? Where he puts his keys, where he puts his wallet, where he keeps his clothes, what he does with his truck, what he does with the cars in general, how he mows the lawn, whatever is on his paper is on his paper. And you don't have to rescue him. You don't even have to worry about it. It's actually really freeing to respect our husbands, because when we respect our husbands, in some ways, it turns around to respecting ourselves and respecting ourselves as women. And 2 things that you can practice to help you, 3 things you can practice to respect your husband more today. 1, using the phrase, I hear you. You don't have the answer for what he should do at work. You don't have the answer for how he should handle his mother or politics or church or whatever. You just say, I hear you. Because men just want to know that they can share their hearts with us, that we are going to respect that. So put your phones down, look him in the eye, like you care, right? Because you do. You do, deep down, trust me. And say, I hear you. You don't have to give your opinion. They don't necessarily even want your opinion. They just want a safe place. They want you to be a safe place. We've talked about this a lot already. Second thing you can say, whatever you think. So a lot of men are afraid to make decisions because we have been unpleasable, right? I'm trying to block this laundry that's in the back of my room. We've been unpleasable. And so they've gotten scared about how to make decisions. And so, for example, what phone plan should we get? Oh, whatever you think is best. You are so smart. What insurance do you think we should get? No, whatever you think is best. I trust you, right? And so I know those are financial things, but even do you think we should sign our kids up for baseball this season? Whatever you think. You're a great dad. And just kind of releasing the control and handing it back to him where it's meant to be in an ordered way anyway. I'm not saying you can't have an opinion. You can certainly have an opinion, but it's not always needed. We can practice being more like Mary and keeping things inside of our heart and waiting until the proper time to share it. And then that's when you share it as a pure desire. I would love to attend some kids sports games this season, or I would love to not be involved in kids activities this season. Whatever your needs are, whatever your desires are, right? You can't involve anyone else. It can only be about you. So you got to think about what your pure desire is, but that's another topic. And so the only time that your opinion really, really matters and it's disrespectful not to give your opinion is if he asks you where you want to go for dinner. Which movie do you want to see? He really, truly wants your opinion. What color couch do you want to get? That's when he really does want your opinion as his wife. He really wants to know what it is you want. What car do you want? I don't know. All the things. If it's something bigger and he already has a decision or he's just verbally processing, that's when you would just say, whatever you think. You can even something I'm trying to think of an example of when I've used whatever you think. It's just a really good phrase to use because I think we don't use it enough with our husbands and give them the ability to make decisions without, again, being pleasable. So when he makes a decision, find the joy in that decision. And that totally comes along with relinquishing control. And then the third thing you practice is something we call duct tape. Put some duct tape over your mouth, ladies. Try to just listen to your husband without telling him what to do and find all the moments where you want something to come out of your mouth. Let him parent without intervening. Let him decide where the couch goes. You can share your opinion because he wants to know what you want, right? But ultimately, let him decide. Let him buy whatever vehicle he's going to buy. Let him have whatever hobbies he's going to have. Let him tell you about what happened at work without giving your opinion. And that is the beginning steps of respect. The idea is that we married awesome men. We married men who had good heads on their shoulders. I personally was attracted to Ryan because he came across as so capable and confident and alpha male. And I was like, yes, that is someone who could lead me. And then he started leading me and I was like, well, I can lead myself. What are you doing trying to tell me what to do? What is this? And now that we have a more rightly ordered marriage and I actually let him lead me, most of the time he wants to make me, he always wants to make me happy. To the point where sometimes he's like, can you just not ask me? Because I just want to say yes to everything you want. And then I'm struggling here with prudence and what you want. So we have to be careful about that. But that comes after the respect. The more you show your husband respect, the more you duct tape, the more you say, I hear you, the more you even if he comes at you with a criticism, like I talked about in my oops video, if he comes at you with a criticism and says, hey, you screwed up, and instead of saying, oh, no, let me explain, if you just say, I hear you, that is so respectful. So this week, ladies, is the first full week of June. Let's make June the month of respect. Let's look at our husband with fresh eyes, with the eyes of when we were first introduced, when we were first falling in love, when we were dating, when we were courting. Let's find that awe and that admiration. And in the coming weeks, I will do more videos about respect. I think this is just a beautiful topic, and there's so much to talk about. And so I'm very thankful to the commenter who told me to touch on this subject, because it is, if you can really get to this place of respecting your husband and like looking at him with fresh eyes or old eyes, whatever one you need, your marriage will it'll turn a corner that you don't expect. All right, until next time, you guys, Pax Christi. Bye.